All right, let's cut through all the noise. Today, we're going to demystify your diet. We're breaking down the big three: carbs, proteins, and fats. We'll get into what they are, what they actually do for you, and how you can finally make sense of all the crazy, conflicting advice out there. So let's jump right in. You ever feel like you're just drowning in diet information? I mean, one day fat is the bad guy, the next day it's carbs. It can honestly feel like you're totally lost at sea. But don't worry, we're going to clear all that fog up for you. So here's our game plan. First, we'll meet the macronutrients. Then, we'll dive into how your body actually turns food into fuel. We're going to tackle that big carb and fat debate, talk about the awesome power of protein, and then we'll bust some common myths. Okay, first things first, let's get to know the absolute stars of the show. Seriously, every single meal you eat, every ounce of energy you have, it all comes down to these three fundamental building blocks. So what in the world are macronutrients? Well, to put it simply, they're the nutrients your body needs a lot of, like every single day. You can think of them as both the fuel and the construction crew for your body. They power everything and they build and repair everything. And you find these guys everywhere, in bread, pasta, fish, nuts, fruits, veggies, you name it. Each one of them, carbs, proteins, and fats, has its own really specific and absolutely vital job to do inside your body. So how does a bite of an apple or a piece of chicken actually power you through your day? Let's take a peek under the hood at your body's amazing fuel system. We're talking about metabolism. It's really a simple three-step process. First, you eat. Then, your digestive system gets right to work, breaking all that food down into its basic parts. So carbs become glucose, proteins become amino acids, and fats become fatty acids. And finally, your body makes a choice. Does it burn this for energy right now, store it for later, or use it to repair cells? And all of that work, that whole conversion process, it has one main goal: to create something called ATP. The easiest way to think about ATP is like the rechargeable batteries for your body. It's the universal energy currency that powers absolutely everything, from you thinking a thought to running a marathon. All right, let's get into the juicy stuff, the part of the nutrition world that causes the most arguments. The great debate over carbs and fats. Are they good for you? Are they bad? Well, the answer, as you're about to see, is that it really all comes down to the type. See, not all carbs are the same, not even close. Over on the left, you've got simple carbs, the sugar and stuff like soda and candy. They digest super fast, they give you this huge spike of energy, and then boom, you crash. But on the right, you have complex carbs, the good stuff in whole grains and veggies. They break down slowly, giving you a nice, steady stream of energy. And that's why choosing complex carbs is so important. When you eat whole grains, you're not just getting fuel. You're getting B vitamins that help your body use that fuel, and you're getting fiber, which is so crucial for digestion and for helping you feel full. And guess what? The exact same rule applies to fats. The type is everything. On the left, we have unsaturated fats, found in things like olive oil and avocados. These are your heart's best friend. But on the right, you've got saturated and trans fats, which you find in a lot of processed foods. Those are the ones that are linked to raising that bad LDL cholesterol. And here's a super simple way to remember the difference. Those healthier, unsaturated fats, like the olive oil you see here, they're usually liquid when they're at room temperature. But saturated fats, like butter, are solid. It's a really simple visual cue, but it works. So let's just bust a huge myth right now. A lot of us grew up in that fat-free era, right? We were taught that any fat was bad and would make you gain weight. But the truth is, your body absolutely needs dietary fat. It's essential for protecting your organs, for making you feel full, and for absorbing critical vitamins like A, D, and K. The key is not to avoid fat, but to choose the right kind of fat. Okay, let's move on to our final macronutrient, protein. And yeah, we all think muscles when we hear protein, but believe me, its power goes way beyond that, especially when it comes to managing your hunger and your energy levels. Protein is an absolute powerhouse for weight management, and it's for three main reasons. First, satiety. It digests slowly, which keeps you feeling full and satisfied for a lot longer. Second, it stabilizes your blood sugar so you don't get those crazy dips that make you hungry. And third is something called thermogenesis. It's just a fancy word that means your body actually burns more calories just breaking down protein than it does for carbs or fat. Pretty cool, right? And this quote from Very Well Health really nails it. By slowing down digestion, protein is this amazing stabilizer for your blood sugar. And the result? You have more consistent energy all day, and you're not getting those nagging hunger pangs. So, how can you actually use this information? Well, a lot of research suggests that aiming for about 20 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast is a fantastic way to set yourself up for the day. It really helps maximize that full feeling and keeps your blood sugar stable from the get-go. Okay, now that you've got the fundamentals down, let's use what we've learned and do a little rapid-fire myth-busting. You've seen these everywhere, right? Juice cleanses, detox diets, they all promise to get rid of all the bad stuff in your body. But is there any truth to it? The reality is, you can save your money. Your body already has the most effective detox system on the planet, your liver and your kidneys. They work 24/7, filtering out all the waste. The best cleanse you can do is just to support these incredible organs with a diet of whole foods and lots of water. Oh, here's another classic rule I'm sure we've all heard. Don't eat anything after 7 p.m. if you want to lose weight. But here's the thing. Your body doesn't own a watch. It has no idea what time it is. The real issue isn't the time you're eating, it's the reason you're eating. Are you actually physically hungry, or are you just grabbing a snack out of habit, or boredom, or stress? Focusing on that is the real game changer. And that really brings us to our final thought here. So much of diet culture is about what to cut out, what to restrict, what to take away. But what if we just flipped that whole idea on its head? Instead of always asking what we should avoid, what if we started asking, what can we add? More vegetables, more healthy fats, more high-quality protein. It's a small change in how you think, but it can make a world of difference.